Illyria is the smallest country in Europe, and it operates under a monarchy. Samantha is the second daughter of Illyria's royal family, which means she lives in the shadow of her older sister Eleanor and is largely overlooked by the people around her. Eleanor will be turning 18 in a matter of weeks and will be crowned as the new queen, stepping in for their mother Catherine, who currently holds the throne. Sam's father, the king, died in a plane crash along with his brother. The family grief from that sits underneath everything, but the institutional life of the palace has carried on around it. Sam does not behave like a princess and has no particular interest in doing so. She spends time with ordinary people, including a boy named Mike, who is the son of a palace groundskeeper. Together, they campaign against the monarchy through the most available outlet they have, playing rock music on the streets. During one of these performances, the police arrive and Sam tries to distract them using her skateboard. She hits a traffic sign and gets arrested. Back at the palace, Catherine listens to Sam explain that people are unhappy with the system of government. Catherine dismisses this as the opinion of a small minority, and the conversation ends there. The next day at school, Sam encounters another second-born royal named Roxana, who is popular, outgoing, and devoted to live-streaming everything she does. These two could not appear more different from each other. Meanwhile, inside a high-security prison built specifically for the most dangerous criminals in the world, a man identified only as Inmate 34 receives his food delivery. Hidden inside an apple is a small capacitor. He extracts it, installs it into a device he has been constructing, and uses it to free himself from the neck restraint that has been suppressing his abilities. His power is telekinesis, and with it back, he tears the door from its frame and walks out of the facility. At the palace, Mike and Sam are rehearsing in a music studio for an upcoming performance. Mike invites her to a concert. She agrees. Then he notices something odd. She identifies the smell of garlic naan on his breath from something he ate 2 days ago. This confuses and unsettles him slightly. Sam comes across some old belongings from her childhood connected to her father. She remembers that he used to call her Snowflake because she was special to him. That night, she attends a pre-coronation event at the palace and suddenly remembers she promised Mike she would come to the concert with him. She lies to her mother, changes her clothes to look like a regular girl, and catches up with Mike outside. Neither of them has identification, and the venue refuses to let them in at the front door. They find a service entrance at the back. From a considerable distance, Sam somehow reads the entry code being punched in by a worker. Mike watches this and does not know what to make of it. They get inside and enjoy the evening. Then Sam begins experiencing something overwhelming. Every sound in the building amplifies simultaneously. She can hear heartbeats. She can hear insects. The noise becomes unbearable. She triggers the fire alarm to make everything stop, and both of them are arrested again. Mike, piecing together the garlic naan incident alongside this, realizes something is off with his friend. They are released and collected by their parents. Catherine decides that Sam's repeated trouble is grounds to send her to a summer school to make up for the tests she has been missing. Meanwhile, Inmate 34 contacts someone by phone and praises them for the Apple plan. A detail is revealed. Catherine is the person who put him in that prison. He begins training his telekinesis and starts tracking Sam's movements from a distance. At summer school, Sam meets several other students. January introduces herself by saying her father was friends with Sam's uncle. There is also Matteo, who is socially cautious and quiet, Tuma, who is confident to the point of arrogance, and Roxana again from school. Their teacher, Professor James Morrow, arrives and makes an announcement that changes everything. Each of them, he explains, is a second-born royal. Each of them is developing a unique superpower without being fully aware of it. The purpose of the summer school is to train them for membership in the secret society of second-born royals. The society's mandate is to protect monarchies from threats and criminal activity across the world. Catherine is the head of the society program, which stuns Sam. The other piece of information that lands hard: students who do not progress through the training will have their memories of all of this erased. They will lose the knowledge of their powers entirely. The first training session involves navigating a room filled with laser defenses to reach a pyramid at the far end. The room deals with overconfidence quickly. Tuma takes a hit early, but the exercise forces each of them to access their power instinctively. Roxana discovers she can become invisible. Tuma discovers he can compel people to follow his instructions. Sam's enhanced senses, already partially active, allow her to respond to the environment faster than the others. The group still fails to complete the challenge. January discovers her power shortly after. She can temporarily absorb another person's ability by making physical contact with them. Matteo discovers he can direct insects. The students share their experiences as second-borns among themselves and begin to connect. The following day, James assigns specialized training based on each person's ability. Sam is directed to focus on isolated voices to develop control over what she hears. Tuma is given a dog named Charlie to practice his compulsion ability with. Roxana is placed in extreme weather conditions and forced to access her invisibility under pressure. Mateo refines his connection with insects. January trains at a swimming pool, maintaining borrowed breathing ability after touching a staff member named Anna. During lunch, James deliberately serves Sam poisoned food to sharpen her ability to detect danger before it reaches her. January shares her apple with Sam during this meal, a detail worth noting. That night, Mike's father spots him calling Sam. He tells his son to keep his distance from royals, that the divide between their lives is too significant. Mike does not immediately push back, but he absorbs this. The next day, Sam approaches Catherine, who takes her down to an underground headquarters beneath the palace. It is filled with technology and equipment Sam has never seen before, including a DNA-based nano-device capable of targeting specific individuals based on their genetic sequence. Catherine shares techniques to help Sam build better control over her senses. Progress across the group continues. Sam successfully identifies voices in controlled tests. Mateo's control over bees improves. Charlie responds consistently to Tuma's commands. January extends her breath-holding records. Roxana is the only one who has not yet achieved a reliable result. James finds her pressure point. He threatens to broadcast her live on social media with messy hair and no makeup. Her invisibility power activates immediately. The training phase is complete, and James is satisfied. That night, Sam is scheduled to perform a street concert with Mike. James instead wakes the students at night for their first real mission, protecting a jewel from theft. They travel to the location. Sam tracks the thief using her senses and the group pursues. When they catch up, the thief turns out to be January's athletic coach. They have been deceived. The jewel is gone. James is genuinely disappointed and cancels the next day's training session. Sam contacts Mike to apologize for missing the concert again, but cannot explain what is happening to her, which leaves him frustrated and shut out. Because training is canceled, the students go to the beach. Sam and January grow closer during the trip. Sam invites her back to the palace. They go inside, and Sam shows January the dedicated music studio that her father converted specifically for her. Then Mike appears at the studio, having come to see Sam, and discovers her having fun with someone he does not know on a day she told him she was occupied. He is hurt and angry. Then inmate 34 arrives. He uses telekinesis to attack the students. Before he retreats, he calls Sam Snowflake. Only her father ever used that name. Sam ignores James's instruction to stand down and chases after the man. She tracks him into the woods. James gets there ahead of her and tries to intercept him and is badly beaten in the process. Before he loses consciousness, the man reveals something. He is Edmund, Sam's uncle. January arrives and uses borrowed power to knock him back, buying time to get James to safety. James is hospitalized. Catherine faces what she can no longer delay and tells Sam the truth. Edmund killed Sam's father to take the throne for himself. Catherine imprisoned him to stop him. Sam demands to see Edmund directly. He explains his own version. His goal was to dismantle the monarchy so that all people could live with equal standing. He had expected Sam's father to reform things from within. When that change never came, he ran out of patience and acted. Sam leaves the meeting with too many things to hold at once. Eleanor, hearing that her sister is struggling, tells Sam she intends to bring real change to Illyria as soon as she holds the throne. The other students decide to attend the coronation together to support Sam. That night, Sam visits James at the hospital and apologizes for disobeying. He accepts the apology. Coronation Day arrives. Every significant royal from across the world has gathered in the cathedral. Something is wrong from the beginning. Tuma cannot access his power. January, meanwhile, has equipped herself with Tuma's persuasion ability by touching him beforehand and uses it to walk into the underground headquarters. She instructs a guard to release Edmund from his cell. The apple trick that freed Edmund from prison in the first place was her doing. She was the one who smuggled the capacitor to him. She returns to her classmates and instructs them, using the borrowed power, to follow her down into the cell. They are locked inside. Mateo dispatches one of his bees, and Sam receives the message. She tracks Edmund immediately. Edmund enters the cathedral and sets up the nano device from the underground headquarters. It is programmed to target everyone carrying royal DNA. If it activates, it will eliminate every royal in the building. Sam realizes January is still coming for her, breaks away, and goes to Mike's house. She asks for his help. He refuses at first. She apologizes and for the first time tells him everything. They come together. They locate January and deal with her together. January admits that she made an arrangement with Edmund. She would help him, and in return, she would be positioned to take power. The other students regroup with Sam and Mike, and they address Edmund as a team. Edmund tells them a world without royals would be a freer world. Sam, Tuma, and Roxana engage him directly while steering him toward a room where a miniaturized chamber has been set up specifically to suppress telekinesis. He enters it. Mike, working with the nano device, reprograms it. The device traps Edmund inside the chamber instead of targeting the royals in the cathedral. The coronation completes without disruption. Eleanor is officially crowned Queen of Illyria. Sam, Roxana, Mateo, and Tuma are accepted into the society. James is recovering. Catherine tells Eleanor about the secret society and everything it does, and Eleanor promises Sam that she will give the people of Illyria a genuine choice, adding a parliament alongside the monarchy to share power with the population. The society receives word that January has escaped from custody. The message carries a challenge. Find her. The students receive their new suits and prepare for whatever comes next.